32,000 construction workers who were building Fort Leonard Wood flooded the area beginning in December of 1940. They were followed by 35,000 soldiers starting in April of 1941. The Waynesville Post Office, geared to handle mail for the 400 residents before the population boom, was inundated with mail. It was obvious in early 1941 that the small frame building on Commercial Street next to the old bank building was inadequate. There was a continuous line of patrons spilling onto the sidewalk. Dr. C.A. Talbot won the bid in January of 1941 to build a new post office on a 20-foot wide lot on the west side of the square. He finished construction of the angular-fronted and yellow brick-faced building in May of 1941. Pictured here in the one-year-old post office is the hard-working postal crew in the summer of 1942. At the far right is Victor Long. He was the Waynesville postmaster from 1933 to 1957. The post office was pronounced as having plenty of room and adequate furniture by the Pulaski County Democrat's newspaper editor, Ruth Long, wife of the postmaster. But in January of 1943, an all-caps headline in the newspaper screamed, "Post office building here not big enough and not enough help." The town was still growing, the mail overflowing, and patrons were still standing in long lines for service. That 1941 post office building on the west side of the square is still in use as the offices of Lowe, Dreesen, Miller, attorneys at law.